Welcome, everyone. And trending topics is here. It's been a minute since we've done our show, but we here. Hopefully Tanya join us shortly. And tonight, well, we have some very interesting things going on. A lot of strangeness, I would say. In the celebrity universe, entertainment universe. Uh, stuff that we're not even going to talk about. This goddamn Tyrese boy, the way he be bugging out over this child support is crazy, blaming his ex-wife for being a gold digger, all types of stuff. But we ain't here for Tyrese. What's up, Faith?
I'm chilling.
Oh, I see you got your wine and everything.
You already know. I'm suited and booted.
So I know you. Aries season is one out with a bang, and
Aries season never over. Never.
So tonight, Faith, we're gonna talk about Miss Jackson. For those that don't know, Jackson is the wife of Derrick Jaxn, who Derrick Jackson has got famous, made a name for himself in the last couple of years with being, I would say, a relationship guru. Very popular, gave a lot of women a lot of advice. He speaks about women knowing their worth, so forth, so on. And he was taken down. His own actions took him down. However, when Tasha K, with all the work that she does, started saying that he was cheating on his wife, a lot of people didn't believe Tasha K, thought she was lying. So then a couple more women started coming out saying so forth, so on. And now Derrick Jackson's wife, in November of last year, they announced that they were going to get a divorce. In the video after he got caught cheating, where she was sitting there with a bonnet on, a lot of people killed her faith. A lot of people looking at it, attacked her religious belief because she said, that's her husband. She loved him. They made a commitment to each other, and she was going to stick and stay. And then they later on wound up deciding to get a divorce. I don't even know if their divorce is final. Nothing has been said about it. But anyway, she finally spoke out, and she spoke on the podcast. Dear My Future Wife. They do a very good job on their podcast as well. And you heard the two clips that they let out.
I was like, wow. But you know what? It was sad because a lot of women deal with that. When you love somebody so much and you try so hard. It was the part when she was saying that she did it so like she was copying their moves sexually and things like that, like pick me. But in my head, like, it's not the moves, it's the body, is everything. And I think she was blaming herself like she wasn't enough, but it ain't had nothing to do with her. One wasn't enough for him, and he took advantage of those women. He got the upper hand by getting with the women like that because he was comforting them, coaching them, and acting like this perfect man. But
he was speaking to a lot of people would say he was speaking to their insecurities. A lot of people attack him, say he's a narcissist, a simp, all types of things that they call Derrick Jackson. I don't choose to use those words to describe him. If you watch him, or if you watch his clips, were known the last 4 years, got really famous, always sitting in the car, and now he's rebranded himself, and it looks like he's in a podcast setting. But you never see nobody asking him questions. He's always asking questions or making a statement. So I'm gonna read the article first. and we're gonna go over what she exactly said, which was interesting. Danae Jackson talks infidelity and divorce. Danae Jackson has revealed shocking details about her marriage to relationship coach and former partner Derrick Jaxn. Jackson, while on the Dear Future Wife podcast, shared a vulnerable details about her relationship with Jackson since they split in December 2022. Jackson highlighted Jackson's infidelity, which Jackson openly admitted to, and his disastrous effects on her mental health and sense of self. I went in such a deep hole while I was like studying these women. I would go to their profiles and I would study their pages and like what they wear, she revealed. I knew what they had met up. I watched their videos of them having sex. Wow. So I would try to imitate that and recreate that in our relationship so that he could choose me. Infidelity and reconciliation. In 2022, Derrick Jaxn was embroiled in a cheating scandal. This is particularly of note as he is a self-described relationship expert who has authored several books on the subject of cheating and healthy relationships. Jackson regularly received criticism from other men who claimed the YouTuber pandered to women. The scandal threw the internet into a frenzy, which many pointing out of his hypocrisy. The situation took a dramatic turn, however, when Jackson, who was still Jackson's wife at the time, openly defended her husband and publicly declared her intentions to stay with him. This decision by Jackson prompted numerous threads on Twitter, op-eds, cultural analysts, memes, parody skits, an unending conversation. The primary consensus was that religion had conditioned Jackson to remain in a toxic relationship. She is openly Christian. A predicted split. In December, the blogger Tasha K posted video footage of Derrick Jaxn partying in Miami with another woman. Not long after, Jackson announced his separation from Jackson. From falling in love as just teenagers to becoming spouses and now co-parents, I'm grateful for the years we've spent together and wouldn't trade them for anything. I was blessed to have such an amazing person in my life and will forever be thankful for all she's meant to our family. Jackson misused in his official divorce statement.
Mm. Well, at least he freed her. Because she wasn't going to let go.
Well, we all seen that first video, and where she sat there with the bond, and the internet. You saw a lot of people cracking on her, talking about this and that, this and the third.
But they shouldn't be laughing because everybody played a fool. Everybody. I don't care how good you look, how much money you got, how sexy you are. Everybody played a fool before that. They'll look back like, what the was I thinking? Why did I stay so long? Like, and then they find themselves not even attracted to him anymore. Like, what the hell? So, I felt bad that she took it that deep, that she could, tolerate knowing a woman's there, knowing the one when she leave a woman's coming, that she's sharing her man. Watching the video, that's kind of he lucky she ain't snapped. He very lucky. Like I don't know.
She said, hold up.
Seeing the video, man.
Listen. No, you think this is a game?
You were not passing each other on the stairway. No, yo.
We were passing each other on the stairway. Like, this is my shift from this time to this time. So, I was a willing participant in that, and this is like I can laugh about it now, but it's really sad, to like what space do you have to be in to accept that, and so. I dealt with it already. I can laugh about it now, and it's funny.
That's what
but it's like,
right? You look back at your old self and laugh.
I'm just
like what the hell?
But no, seriously. It was, I'm coming over at this time. I know such and such is going to be rolling through about, an hour and a half later. Yeah. And sometimes we went a little bit longer. So literally passing each other on the stairs, like out the door. All right, have fun, your shift. Anyway, we were still
That gotta
engaging.
hurt. That gotta hurt.
What did that do to you?
I became a shell of myself. I didn't know who I was. I actually have a couple posts on my page where it's like, I have a post that says, I knew her body better than I knew my own.
Stop. Let that sit there. You said you knew another woman's body better than you knew your own.
Yes, several women. I knew several other women's bodies better than I knew my own. And I spent a lot of time, like I went in such a deep hole where I was like studying these women. I would go to their profiles and I would study their pages and like what they wear. I knew when they had met up. So I watched their videos of them having sex. So I would try to imitate that and recreate that in our relationships so that he could choose me.
So Faith, a lot of people don't know, and I know a lot of women have told me this is a classic case of a woman being a pick-me, and this is very common, where a woman may even enter a situation where she knows she's not the one in this particular guy's eye, but she'll try to be super sexual for him.
Mm-hmm.
She'll bend over backwards to try to become the one that he chose.
Yes, women we be guilty of thinking we could change men. That's our problem. A lot of us women don't, not at my, well, I ain't gonna say it at my age because it's old fools too, but it's not that many as when you're younger, But it's just sad, like. For her, no, I really feel sorry for her because to see him have sex and to see the woman is the acceptance of and to pick me. It's like I'm not enough, so I'm doing everything. Like you should pick me because I do this, I do that, I do this. You see you a good woman, he don't see you a good woman.
And then the fact that this is the mother of his children, she probably was like, I wasn't pretty enough. I didn't look good enough.
He made her have so like. Especially, okay, every woman does this. If I found out my man cheated or anything like that, we go look at the woman. We want to see who she is, and we compare. We not slow. We can tell a beautiful woman, a sexy woman, to see why he interested in her, but not to the point that we're trying to copy their clothes and things like that. She was at a very low place with like very low self-esteem. She was willing to pretend to beat him just to have him in her life, just to be loved by him. That was something really on her part. She didn't love herself enough to take that much abuse. All of us done played a fool, but like, come on,
I thought it was interesting that she finally spoke out. I thought it was good that
once you
a lot of people finally got to hear her speak. And I know that the first clip, the second clip that I played was the first clip that dropped, and now more stuff is starting to drop. And a lot of people always try to come in the comments and say, "Oh, they wouldn't do this, they wouldn't do that," or they identified and said
they probably never loved that hard before. You can't never say what you would never do, and you got to think about it. They were together before they was teenagers, so she wasn't trying to let go. And marriage is supposed to fight. If everybody left for somebody cheating like right away, nobody would be together, or anything that come in between a relationship. Now, I do believe in forgiving for cheating if it's not repeated. But if somebody having a whole affair on you and it's the same woman, or even if it's different women, like, okay, you almost lost me and now you jeopardize it again, it's a wrap. I will, honestly, I can't say I wouldn't forgive because I have done it. I forgave for cheating. And then, the second round, if you try, because honestly, once you forgive them, it's kind of giving them the okay, she gonna black out, she gonna snap or whatever, but she's gonna stay. So I do recommend to leave if someone cheat because evidently you're not enough. It's not that it's you, it's not enough for that person. Whatever he has or she has in her mind of her ideal person, it ain't you. That's why they still searching. So
I'm gonna ask you, and I know that based off what the information that we got, like. Have you? I know you could not have seen none of his clips in the last 4 or 5 years. Do you? And I know a lot of people try to throw out the word, "Oh, he's a narcissist. He's a simp. He's pandering."
he was just a gigolo, because it was crazy that he was him. If you didn't hear this, he'd make a woman feel good. He'd make her feel secure, and have her love on herself, because the words he say, "Oh, you somebody, you don't have to settle for this." But he's doing that to his own wife, a hypocrite. you know, and he know how to pinpoint them type of men, because he that type of man. You know what I'm saying? He was warning them about himself.
Yeah, and I know when a lot of podcasts nowadays talk about relationships. I know your podcast is one that y'all
Yeah,
discuss
we try
it,
to
and
nail a lot of
you
relationships
know, and
issues.
when you're there, a lot of times, like success and people really start valuing your opinion. You know how it goes.
Yeah,
People be feeling what you say. They start sliding your inbox. Well, Faith, what you think about this? My
yeah,
baby mother, she do
yeah.
this, she
It's
do that,
true.
and
I get
I
phone
don't.
calls
I'm
all the
not. I'm
time.
not gonna say that he was always this way, but that fame and
It
notoriety.
reminds me of them sneaky pastors. Not all pastors, but the sneaky pastors. Everybody know about them sneaky pastors that everybody love, and he take advantage of the women that come in broken, and and to be sleeping with the whole congregation and spreading the word, and everybody keeping it a secret. They think they got something special with him, but not knowing everybody is dealing with him. You know what I'm saying? Basically, a hypocrite. That's all that is. That's what he was. That's what he was, a hypocrite.
One of one of the things, right? I think that a lot of times, and I don't try to knock into what nobody else do with their podcast and what they choose to do, and speaking about relationships and how those type of podcasts, this individual Derrick is such a popular figure because he does speak. Now you would think, okay, I get what you're saying. Why you saying he's a hypocrite? A lot of the stuff and a lot of the information, I would think and I believe that some of it is true.
It do be true. Like the pastor, they preach good, they tell the word right, but it's the other side. Where he that's what I'm saying by far as he a hypocrite. He telling her you don't need nobody to take advantage. You don't need nobody to use you. You don't, if that man don't want you, you move on. You're better than that. Da, 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 da. But he's that man that he's talking about. That's why
Yeah.
I call him a hypocrite. And basically, as far as her, she valued him more than herself.
Mm.
She loved him more than she loved herself. She can't even blame that man for the things that she accepted.
She
Honestly.
she said she would look at the tapes and try to get the moves.
Yeah, because she looking like, okay.
She
See, the
saw
reason why I
she
kind
saw
of understand
she
her,
saw reverse cowgirl and went crazy and was like, "Oh, I got to try
she
that."
should have called me. And she would they wouldn't been all on her man, okay? She should have
Oh,
called me.
oh, oh, and it was deep when she said literally, and you could. Some people in the comments didn't understand what she was saying when she was like, literally, I was leaving out work, school, excuse me, work, school, whatever, go be with the kids, and I would basically be passing these chicks. Like she knew at a certain point, like
She just
you.
she knew, and she accepted it because she just wanted a piece of him. If this my piece, then because she was feeling like, well,
ten
they don't
percent
got
is good enough if she
nobody, but nobody really had him. So that's why she was competing. She was trying to be every woman when she just should have tried to be herself, and let him see like you dropped the ball. Just because he think you're not enough don't mean you're not enough. He dropped the ball, and it's sad because her next relationship, they getting somebody that's broken, and the trust issues and the insecurities, and then they saw what she accepted, so she might run into the same type of man.
Mm,
You know what I'm saying? She
yeah.
need to be working on herself with strength. Even right now, she's still hurt. She not even healed. Like, you don't really supposed to talk about them things until you heal. Like, when I write my poems about pain and stuff, it's done happened. I done healed from it. So now I'm able to talk about it. So then when I post it and everybody like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, oh, I'm good. This is over. To break down and in front of somebody, you shouldn't do that. You should heal, folk. And she keep trying to, I think she would like to say it's her. Like, I want him to pick me, and they body better than your own. Now that's psycho. Like a little bit. I'm serious. Cause even if I did see like, okay, what you like about her? Oh, her butt is big. She is kind of cute or whatever. I'm not sitting there like, I know her body better than mine. You should know you. That's the problem. She
They
didn't know herself.
not to attend to even to the extent, and you know, I'm not saying this is true, but 9 out of 10 they probably had company in their bedroom because she was probably trying to please them
Exactly. If
so
she could
much.
walk past them, she
Yeah,
would want to join them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like to do anything. And there's a lot of women that do that. There's a lot of women. I don't know what's the thing when it comes with like some women when it comes to men, they go bananas. Like literally, all of us play a fool. So don't. I'm not saying like everybody dumb because we all was dumb before. I'm not saying that, but it's when they go to the extreme. I'm saying, they cut their family off for a man. They lose themselves for a man. They sell it for a man. You know what I'm saying? Like even when I see stuff like that, if you love me, baby, you'll go get this money. You know we need it. All right. Like what? Men don't share what they. What?
have her doing cartwheels, huh?
Exactly. So it really when things happen, they pointing at the man. No, you. He knew what type of person you was, and he plotted on you. He's bad. He's a bad man, but it's all on you because with
Mm-hmm.
any of us, people can't do what you don't allow them to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's it. You teach people how to treat you, and you teach people how not to treat you. And if they don't follow the rules, then they should exit. People scared to have a broken heart. That's how I feel. Men not. Men is not afraid to have a broken heart.
I think that men and women deal with
Let me
what
tell
we
you why I
consider
say
broken
that.
hearts different.
Men hurt worse than us, but they hurt way worse than when the heartbreak because they hide it, they pride and things like that. Women we talk about, we cry to our girl, let me tell you what he did. You know what I'm saying? Men are try to heal in the arms of another woman. But
Well,
men,
nowadays you got jokers that be keying women cars and flattening tires and breaking
that's the
windows.
ones that give all their life savings and stuff like that. Like they're like, oh no, this bitch didn't. But honestly, like the men are not afraid to get their heart broken because if a woman cheat on that man, he not returning back. No matter how much he love her, how many kids he got. Like even if he tried, it's not gonna be the same. Eventually he leaves. A woman, it can happen repeatedly and she'll fight for that relationship because she's afraid of the pain.
He can't get the visuals out of his head. He look
Yeah.
at that tape. He ain't gonna look at no tape
Yep.
talk about, oh, I gotta do what that boy
I gotta
did.
do what he did. He gonna try to snap. You know what I'm saying? So men are not afraid, even though they should be more afraid because they hurt deeper than us. They wear the scar way deeper and they hide it. They put a band-aid over it, cover it. Women, we expose our wounds. We're not afraid to say we hurt. But I tell you this, I think women don't want to deal with that heartbreak. They don't want to deal with the heartbreak. The men are not afraid to deal with the heartbreak. They don't want it because they can't handle it. They can't look at you no more the same. Women, we like, okay, he did this. He's sorry. I'm gonna forgive him, and thinking that the relationship gets stronger, but it get weaker because he looking like I could do this again. And the thing is, with forgiving somebody for cheating, you really need to get to the reason why they cheated. Did they cheat because they're not just in love with you? Did they cheat because you don't give enough sex, or is they going through something that y'all falling off emotionally? Before you just take somebody back, you gotta know, okay, what was the reason? People just like, okay, you got caught, I'm sorry, baby, I ain't gonna do no more, and then do it again. It's a reason why that man was in the company of that woman like that. Why he wanted her touch, her kiss to enter her body when he had you. So
yeah, and you could clearly hear, and she explained it like she blamed herself for a long time, and basically she looked at herself as the reason why he was being practicing infidelity.
He probably real nasty. He probably do stuff to other women that he can't do with her. You don't know what the problem could have been, but if you need everybody body, baby, you don't need me.
She probably was being missionary, and he
missionary
like I said,
son. No, she wasn't. She was Lisa. She was Tanya. She was everybody.
So Faith, that segues.
That's deep.
It's an interesting thing, and I think that going forward, it's going to be more of the interview coming out. She'll probably do a couple more interviews,
I hope she get rich
and you
off of it.
and you never know because the way that social media goes, a lot of people may look at her as the hero. She'll come out on the good side, and like you said, she might even parlay this into, you know,
Money, movie,
making money doing
books, and
whatever
I
she
pray she
wants
do.
to do.
I pray she do. I pray that something so tragic could bring her fortune. You know, and maybe that was the reason why she went through what she went through. She got to look at all of that.
I just hope she learns some new tricks. But anyway,
Yeah,
like
something.
that is segue into our next topic, Faith, and
Okay.
the Queen in rock and roll. Who
Yes.
really, and it's ironic that we're talking about Janaea, and then this queen, the legend, the icon, passes away because her famous song, "What's Love Got to Do with It?" Just
Yes.
um,
And when I was younger, I used to be like, what the heck that mean? Like, what do you mean? What love got to do with just the? And now when you get older, you realize, love is relationships with anybody, family, spouse, friends. You know what I'm saying? Um, Love it takes more than just love. It takes
yeah,
loyalty. It takes trust. It takes commitment. So at the end of the day, you, I take loyalty over love. You know what I'm saying? Because people
hmm
that love you can't hurt you.
let me read this article. So as many have found out, the icon, legend, Queen of Rock, Tina Turner has passed
You're
away
a baby.
in New Zealand. Queen of rock and roll, Tina Turner dies at 83. May 24th, Reuters. According to Reuters, Kimberly singer left hard scrabble, farming community, and an abusive relationship, become one of the top recording artists of all time. Died Wednesday at 83. She died peacefully after a long illness in her home in Zurich, Switzerland, her representative said. Tina began her career in the 1950s during the early years of rock and roll and evolved into an MTV phenomenon. In the video for her chart-topping song "What's Love Got to Do with It," in which she called love a secondhand emotion, Turner epitomized 1980 style as she strutted through the New York City streets with her spiky blonde hair, wearing crop jean jacket, miniskirt, and stiletto heels.
Them legs.
With her taste for musical experimentation and bluntly worded ballads, Turner gelled perfectly with the 80s pop landscape, in which music fans value electronically produced sounds and scorned hippie era idealism. Sometimes nicknamed the Queen of Rock and Roll, Turner won 6 of her 8 Grammy Awards in the 1980s. In that decade, she landed a dozen songs in the top 40, including Typical Male, The Best, Private Dancer, Better Be Good to Me. Her 1988 show in Rio de Janeiro drew 180,000 people, which remains one of the largest concert audience for any performance. By then, Turner had been free from her marriage to guitarist Ike Turner for a decade. The superstar was forthcoming about the abuse she suffered from her former husband during their marital and musical partnership in the 1960s and 70s. She described bruised eyes, busted lips, broken jaw, and other injuries that repeatedly sent her to the emergency room. Tina's story is not one of victimhood, but one of incredible triumph. Janet Jackson wrote about Turner in Rolling Stone issue that placed Turner at number 63 on the list of top 100 artists of all times. She transformed herself into an international sensation and elegant powerhouse. In 1985, Turner gave a fictional turn to her reputation as a survivor. She played the ruthless leader of an outpost nuclear wasteland, acting opposite Mel Gibson in the third installment of Mad Max. Wow.
Wow. I feel as though, like, at first, 'cause I'm real sensitive and I'm watching all this stuff. I'm like, but she lived a good life. Like they said, like, she went through something, but from that point forward, she been blessed. And to live to 83 is a blessing. Definitely a blessing. It's just shocking. You really just, especially like celebrities like that, you don't expect them to pass away, even if they old. You're like, oh my God.
And most of her hits, as an artist came as she was older. Like her hits wasn't hits when she was in her 20s. They were mostly all her late 30s, early 40s, and then like everybody would always bug out when she would perform at how good she looked for her age. And
Yes, them
like you
legs.
said, yeah, she had nice set of legs
Right, she
for her.
had beautiful legs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So most
strong
people didn't
legs.
realize like, yo, she's really 83 years old. And
Yeah,
like as you said, she lived a long, successful life.
yeah. So it's like,
Entire career.
I just pray the angels embrace you, and you know, that's it. Like death is sad. But so much death happened in my family. Like I just be feeling like, when you read in the Bible and everything, even in Islam, it's supposed to be a celebration. You know, honestly, it's hard to celebrate death, but we supposed to. But that's only if they right. They soul right, not all sanctified and this and that, but just know God, a good person. But when they did a lot of bad things and things like that, and they died, I think that's when you mourn. Cause that's when you have to make dua, pray for them, and hope that they grant it. But it's supposed to really be a celebration.
Yeah. And definitely with a person like her
Exactly.
who left a legacy, and music and art is timeless.
Yeah.
And I'm quite sure it's going to be a lot of people trying to cover a lot of her music. She was able. I remember one performance when we were younger that she did with Mick Jagger, and it was like serious, years ago, and they'll probably be talking about it. So you'll hear a lot of artists from different genres talking about her impact on them and her impact on
Yeah, like she
their
was
art.
Beyonce's idol. That's why Beyonce, to do her performance like that, she said, the energy that she brings, and yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. She's
Well,
definitely an icon. We love you, Tina. May you rest in peace.
so you have anything else you want to discuss, Faith? Or
But I'm having a Father's Day
okay,
event. On Father's Day, I'm gonna have comedy, poetry, one, two, three music artists. And so, we're gonna turn out.
all
Open
right,
bar. It's in Elizabeth. My girlfriend Hanifa at Joy Events. Um, her spot is so beautiful, and she be just booked. And I'm glad I got squeezed in. And so,
I get that flyer. So you start promoting this
yeah, I
event.
am. I'm doing. Well, actually, the guy doing my flyers tonight. I was trying myself, so I don't want to do nothing bootleg because you know me. I be trying with my little reels, but I like, no, I gotta pay for this right here because I want it to be a great turnout, and I want to celebrate, the men in our lives, our, brothers, our fathers, our grandfathers, our spouses, you know, some, men, especially black men, they always beating our men down. We got some good black men. You're one of them. So we want to celebrate y'all. And
Yeah.
how I'm having it is like, it's not just gonna be like party music. I want slow jams. I want to bring,
Okay.
so it's like a date night basically.
Yeah.
So I want to see couples grinding and slow dragging. Yeah.
With that,
We can see if
let's
I can bring it back.
let's get that flyer out so we can start promoting. What's going on with the podcast? He said, she said.
Okay, so this Friday we supposed to be on, but we not because my baby boy is his senior prime, so we got to send him off. But definitely next Friday we on and popping, and we going in hard.
That's
We're
right.
gonna
That's
make
right.
sure each show is better than the last. That's what we aiming for.
That's right. So
Yeah.
with that, everybody appreciate your support. Remember, like, share, subscribe.
Yes.
Check out He Said, She Said podcast next Friday on
Yeah.
YouTube and Facebook, as well as they also have a Facebook group that's in conjunction with their channel. Check them out. You get a very interesting his and her perspective of
Yeah.
certain things that go on. And her co-host he's a very colorful character.
He's so aggy.
With that, everybody take care.
Have a blessed night.